What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. I am your host. As we always do, we always go live after Tasha K goes live, and we give our commentary on her live. She reported on some things that are quite interesting that we're going to get into. The first and foremost, she talked about Tim Norman, okay, y'all know from Sweetie Pies, and she brought a woman on there from the website allaboutthetea.com, and shout out from All About the Tea. She had the mugshot of Tarika Ellis mugshot, the stripper. Let me show y'all the mugshot of the stripper of calling Tim after they did what they did to his nephew. So this is the stripper mugshot, and y'all know that's Tim mugshot, and this is the stripper, the one that called Tim after the nephew, after the job was completed of exiting out the nephew. So we're saying that right in there. Now, when the woman came on from All About the Tea, I really thought that this woman was going to spill the tea. And Tasha K kept talking about, oh my God, Tim and his granny, his grandma, and I'm like, clearly Tasha did not do her research on this story. Clearly, and she was like, well, let me get somebody. So she had her headset, and she got the woman from All About, I never heard of this woman website, but from All About the Tea, and she got her on the line, and she had to correct Tasha, because Tasha was talking about that was his grandma. That was Tim's grandma. That's Tim's mother, which is Miss Robbie. So she said some things during that segment that Tim was fired as working as the general manager in Sweetie Pies because he stole from Miss Robbie, and I didn't know that he was fired. Now, just looking back at those mugshots, we have not got an update on Miss Robbie, but Tasha kept building this woman up. Oh my gosh, she really knows the family. No, she doesn't. She only know what had been public. She don't know the family like that. Tasha, sit down somewhere. That lady don't know the family. She know everything that she said is public, no different than the shade room, no different than the neighborhood talk, no different than any of that. It was public record. Public. So when she put it, when she had the woman to speak, we was like, is she about to drop some wine that we have not heard? Where is the where is the wine? Is she about to drop some wine? And clearly, the woman did not drop any wine. She was just repeating what was already public knowledge. Now, then the woman was talking about, looked like she smashed him. That's what it looked like. It looked like she wanted to smash him. But the lady said she wasn't attracted to Tim. He was a gentleman. He probably hit that. But they was having this whole conversation. And but we were hearing that segment, but she did say to Tasha, because I got my notes, Tasha K did say to her credit that she did not research the story about Tim and Miss Robbie. And that is why she brought the lady from All About the Tea to come on the live and to give her side of the story, her perspective of the story. But it was not an exclusive. Like, clearly everything the lady was saying, nothing to the lady. You just repeat everything that's been public. Okay? Now, after all that, then we get to, Tasha K, allegedly stepsister, that lied on Tasha K mama and said that Tasha K mama gave her stepdaddy AIDS. She said that is what her stepsister was spilling tea. But now the stepsister is pregnant by Future, and she said she's not a liar. And she said when her mama was getting some work done, that she chased it her stepsister with a chainsaw. Then she said she chased her stepsister with a chainsaw. And I'm like, Tasha, are you getting violent? So you out here chasing folks with weapons? Then she said that her stepsister got some fake teeth, got three different types of cheekbones. She also said she's gonna buy the baby something, but she said the lady, her stepsister says she's a liar. She's not a liar, and that she had some good wine. Tasha didn't say that the story was exclusive. So she said she chased her stepsister with a chainsaw. And I'm like, and then she said she might have to go and report her stepsister to the nursing board because she said, quote, her stepsister cheated on the test. And that is how she was able to get her nurses board, to get her license, that she cheated. Then she said that her stepsister was dealing with a drug dealer, and she pulled up in the car, and the drug dealer went to go and he wanted to murder his stepbrother. So she said her stepsister pulled up in the car, and the drug dealer got into her car and to go murder his stepbrother. So Tasha was just really spilling tea on this stepsister of hers. Now we are trying to verify to see if that's actually her stepsister. Because you know with Tasha K, we're trying to track her down and trying to have an exclusive interview. So maybe we can just get over it with some cup of coffee, and we probably can break that story to you all. But what we're trying to understand, she was dragging the stepsister. She dragged her from the front to the back. So we're going to try to fact check Tasha K and doing it now. Producers is already reaching out to her to come on the Wiley Show. We know that. Tasha K have moved, and she moved into a new house. From my source told me that Cardi B goons are still chasing her, and you know Tasha K is moving, and she moved from place to place until this lawsuit is settled. She get too many threatening messages, so she have moved to a different location. And with that, now, but this is the thing that's not adding up about the Tasha K stuff, okay? She said that she was renting that house that she remodeled. Then that was like a previous, about a couple of lives ago. Then in this live, she said she purchased a home and she remodeled the home. So was it a rent to own type of thing? Of course, she did not release documentation about the house. So we're trying. We will break that down. I don't know. She did say she was renting. Now she says she owned. Now I think she's in the chat. She said her house thing is public, but we don't know. Only thing I'm just doing, I'm just sitting in here exploring. So I don't know if it was like a quick move. I don't know. But what we do know, Teddy, this is a quote. Teddy was in the suitcase or in the box. Because everybody was like, where is Teddy? Because her new set, she had the dividers at the set. Looked like she was running a hair salon or a nail shop. You know, in a nail shop, they had a divider in that way. So that was that. Then it started to get messy. She started to break some tea about R. Kelly. And she talked about R. Kelly, and she said this blogger that she used to be cool with, they fell out with this blogger because somebody in R. Kelly's camp was giving this blogger information about Azriel Clary, about all of the girls, and pretty much painted them of not being angels, right? I don't know if she sent this blogger of them eating poop. I don't know, but Tasha K was actually explaining of them broken up. Then everybody was like, "Who is the blogger?" Some people said Lovely T. They was just naming Lovely T, and then Tasha K said, "No, it was not Lovely T." Then when she said the big buzzword, she said, "Well, this blogger said she was hacked," and we all know the blogger that went through Hackgate. That was DayTime Tea Time. Because when she said hat, it triggered in my mind about the DayTime Tea Time. Because if you all can remember, Tasha K and DayTime Tea Time fell out. And DayTime was alleging that she was hacked by Tasha. And that's why she couldn't go live. She was trying out about it. So you remember that. But she said that DayTime is trying to talk about this whole thing with the Wendy Williams story. That wasn't the case. It was because R. Kelly team was in her ear giving her information. And Tasha K said that she told, now she didn't name Candace. I'm naming it because this is 2+2. This I know she was talking about DayTime teacher, just to say it. She said, stop talking to that man in R. Kelly camp, because this man burned up people's cars, he threatened folks, and did a whole lot of stuff. Because he's been investigated by the feds. And if you ain't careful, she said to DayTime, if you ain't careful, you will get picked up by the feds. So she so she tried to warn Candace of not doing it. Now everybody thought that she was talking about Neek, but she didn't say anything about a sock or any tears. Now if she would have said something about some pajamas and a sock and went to tears, and then we would have known that, hey, she was talking about Neek. But she was talking about DayTime Tea Time. Of course, my producers is trying to get a statement from Candace, and if we get that statement, we will read it to you all in its entirety. We will read it in its entirety on the platform. Then she also said in this live that she got some tea on that preacher. They call him Baby Jakes. That is what Dr. Larry Reed called him. What's his name? John Gray. John Gray. That she got some tea, and I'm looking forward to that. I think she said she's gonna drop that on Fuckery Friday. So we're gonna have to break that down and see how she's gonna handle it. This live was very entertaining. I would give it an A+. The sound was good. Her drinking the wine with her staff member and everything, it was incredible. I love the fact how she toured around. I don't know if she told y'all a lie or the truth. I'm not going to give her that litmus test because, if it come out to be fact, then I got to come and apologize. So when I'm as an entertainment factor, she did that. Like, I really would love to see Tasha K get her reality show. Not a reality show. I would love for her to get her radio show because she's just an incredible talent. She entertained people. It was about 12 to 13,000 people from around the world tuned into that live and tuned into her actually, spilling some tea. And of course, she got into that. So, but I don't know why she always moving, but she did say she closed down on her, and we just got to take her word for it. Okay. I don't know why she keep moving from place to place to place like that, but that's her decision. So I'm only discussing it because I'm like, oh, you in another place again? Like, did you just move before like the lawsuit with Cardi B? But then she started to drag Cardi B, talking about Cardi B got the elementary lyrics. She was saying that Megan Thee Stallion should have borrowed. No, she said that Cardi B should have borrowed some lyrics from Megan Thee Stallion. And all of that. So I'm hearing this and I'm loving Tasha K what it is. I don't care if it's spoiled milk she's selling or spoiled wine, whatever she producing, out either with the Nature Burst or whatever she's discussing, I'm glad that she went live because it's very entertaining. Many people do not like me going live after she go live, but like I said, I gonna always report on her content because she's an incredible content creator. So when people were in my inbox were saying, you're hating on Tasha, you would never be Tasha K, you'll never be on her level. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be on my level and what God have the level for me. But Tasha K did say she was gonna reach 1 million. So let me see how many subscribers she are away from that goal. Because she did say she want to reach 1 million subscribers. Now she's about 200,000 subscribers, about 220,000 subscribers away of reaching her goal. Of course, earlier this year, she said she was supposed to be at 1 million. She have not reached that goal yet. So we shall see what stories. I do believe in 2021, she will be reaching that goal of 1 million subscribers. It's going to be some big stories. Of course, she's going to break. Maybe it'll be another lawsuit. Who knows? But whatever it is, I do believe she's going to reach her million. And we will be right here reporting on that show. Now, I'm reading y'all comments. And I'm reading y'all comments. And y'all can let me know, how did y'all enjoy the show? I personally did. Now I was getting dragged on Twitter saying he go Wiley again, using Tasha for clicks and views. I already know I'm gonna get dragged and I'm gonna get cussed out, but hey, that you have a right to do so on Twitter. It's okay. What about Kaya? Because I love her when she goes live. I'm really not into Kaya live like that, but I gotta get into Kaya live. You know, I think she's an incredible person. I wasn't really feeling the mohawk on Tasha. I really would love to see her with some weave. I know she's like a natural person. She do NutriBurst. She do that Pangea wash and all of the things. I'm not really feeling the mohawk. I think sis needs to change it up in the style. Get a wig. Get a couple of pieces, a 6-piece extensions. I would love to see her with some extensions, but I'm not really feeling the mohawk. Okay. I'm just really not really feeling the mohawk. I'm really not feeling the mohawk. But other than that, you know, the production was good. I enjoyed it. I really did. I like her hair like that. They were dragging you in Tasha chat. I don't understand why I'm getting dragged because I go live every day and I sit and talk. You know, Tasha is good content. So when I was getting dragged by some of the winos, I'm like, they must not know Wiley. I'm always gonna go live and get me a click of the view. Why is it when I try to get a click of the view, it's a problem? I get dragged. I don't understand it. It's maybe because I'm cockeyed. Maybe that got to be it. Because I'm like, why is I'm getting dragged when I'm just sitting? It gotta be because I'm cockeyed. It's just because I'm cockeyed, got the little puffy eye and all that. Because everybody else go live and they report on it. People built their whole channel before they went and started reading cards. They used to drag Tasha K and everything like that. But once, you know, once she said that she was going to report his content for using her content, he got scared and now he flipping cards. And I guess he read a card and said he ain't gonna talk about her no more. But I've seen plenty of people talk about Tasha K. But some are no longer doing videos no more. They left. But I'm very consistent. I've been doing content on Tasha K since 2018. You know, but before 2018, I've been doing content. I've been sitting here doing content on Tasha K. So I always they said. The winos, y'all comments are going so fast. They said Wiley go live 4 times a day. Get a click of the view, Wiley. Why did the winos say? I didn't see them say anything about Wiley. I always look for Wiley and Tasha K. Oh, it look good. Somebody said flip flop those cards. Somebody said not a 6-piece. That's you know what I meant to say. I ain't to say a piece, but an extension. Okay. When for Tasha K went live while we were over here talking about those same topics. LOL. So she's really didn't say anything in the schools. And we did already broke, we did already broke information about Tim and Miss Robbie. We broke that yesterday. So I'm like, where's the exclusive? I thought she about to say somebody from Miss Robbie Camp, somebody working in the kitchen, got some tea, somebody washing some dishes, is telling me what's going on. I thought she was about to, spill some exclusive wine. Everything that she talked about has been public. It's been public. So we shall see on Fuckery Friday. I definitely will be on the lookout for that. Her thumbnail is the best. I think she does the best thumbnails. Like, she was the one that ushered in those type of thumbnails. Now, us new bloggers, we try to get our thumbnail game like that. And another thing I like about her production, I like the fact how she had the pictures on the side. It's crystal clear. She's a nice chocolate woman. And very chocolate, very chocolate. Like, I like her skin. Her skin is so on point, very chocolatey. And the quality was all on point. It was. Not that Tasha said it was exclusive, but you didn't have a person, Tim. Well, first of all, that's a regular blogger. I'm nothing against the lady from what'sthetea.com. That's a regular blogger. I will give her credit because she did drop the mugshot of the stripper. But come on now, that I could have got Kyle. I could have got Kyle. Okay, I could have got Kyle on the show from the neighborhood talk and him break something. That wasn't really. And then she talked with my girl from Chasing Atlanta. She said she did talk to him because that was the one about Bobby Valentino. She said she talked to what's her name? Is it Lauren? Hold on, let me say her name right. Yeah, Lauren England reached out to Tasha, and she said that Lauren reached out to her and said in the DM that she been dealing with Bobby Valentino for a while. Tasha K said she did not believe the trans woman because it was a fuzzy quality, and she was like, if you've been with Bobby Valentino for all the time, why have you released no receipts? I've been told you she have those receipts, and she's going to drop it on Chase in Atlanta. Okay, he's going to drop towards that and help that as a storyline. And I already broke that down to you because that's the same show that Oliver is on, and all that type of stuff. So I was just letting you say it like that. They say you are not a new blogger, Wiley. Give yourself credit. I've been blogging for a long time. How about her sis and Future? You didn't know that. Future didn't know either. Yeah, she said that. So we're gonna try to reach out to Future. Let me see. Let me give him a voice note. Give me a second. Oh my God, 1501, like my comment. Oh my God, 1501, like my comment. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to interview Erica Banks one day, but they like my comment. Okay, we moving up. Watch they go inbox someone and say, don't trust Wiley. Let me send Future voice note. I already sent them one back on July 6th. Let me send another. Hey, what's up, Future? I just want to, did you smash Tasha K's stepsister? I just want to know, she a nurse, so I don't know if she an LVN or RN, but she did say she was a nurse and that y'all got it on, that you humped her. Now, I just want to know, did you or did you not get it on with Tasha K stepsister? Tasha K, that's the lady with the mohawk and the lady that had the teddy bear. So definitely did that. Just let me know. If anybody got Tasha K's stepsister IG, send it to me so I can send sister a voice note. Do we got any producers in here? Any field producers? If y'all have her pick her IG, send it to me so I can send her a voice note and we can see if we can get an exclusive right here on the Wiley Show. We can see. Can you try to get an interview with the kitchen workers? They might talk minimum plus. They still live in St. Louis, Missouri, I bet. Yes, I'm going to try to. I'm going to break it down. Wiley and these all that piece of voice notes, child. Yes. So, wait a minute. If y'all have the stepsister and I can send her a voice note so we can try to clear this up. because we ain't gonna be on here long. I want to send the stepsister a voice note. Okay, I had to send Future. Somebody said, "Why did you send Future that voice note?" Because I can. And people don't be adding Future talking about don't deal with Wiley. You trying to catfish Future. First and foremost, I would never catfish a celebrity. I'm not going to catfish Future. I hit Future up on my channel. Okay? Okay, hold on. I think we're getting it. Okay. She look kind of good. She don't look like, oh, that's her stepsister. She look good. I see. Ooh, she got big. Ooh, let me hit her up. Hey, how you doing, Simply Glow? This is Wiley from the Wiley Show. I would like to ask you a question because Tasha K is alleging that you is her stepsister, and that she had to chase you with a machete or with a chainsaw. That she chasing you, and she said that you spread rumors about her mama, giving your dad AIDS or whatever. So I'm just trying to understand, is that the truth? And I want to say that then she said she was a fake nurse, that you cheated on your test. So I just want to know, are you pregnant by Future? She did say that too. She said your cheekbones ain't real. So if you could give me an exclusive to break it to me first so I can talk to my audience. We got 236 million people that watches us. Just let me know in the comments. Yes. So if you want to hit me up, please hit me up. And that was Tasha K, the lady she said alleging that is the stepsister and all that. I just want to get some clarification. All right, thank you so much, Glow, and you keep glowing, sister. Peace and blessings to you. And congratulations. Okay. Okay, I reached out to Simply Glow. Okay, and we sent her 2 voice notes. And I'm going to see. We sent her 2 voice notes. Okay, she's very beautiful, by the way. And she got a nice rap. Very beautiful. All right. We'll take a couple of these pictures. I might have to put her on my wall, on my vision board. When I make it, I want somebody like that. Okay? Give me a nurse. That's what I want. I want to upgrade. All right? Give me something like that. All right. So let me tag her on my in my IG story. Because, they be checking the IG story. Now, don't y'all be trying to tell her don't come on the Wiley Show. If she come on, that will be an exclusive for our show. It will take our show to higher heights. So if 10 of y'all go to her channel, go to her page, we can get her on the show. Bring it to her attention. Oh, I didn't hit up the wrong person. Wait a minute. Okay, no, I gotta tag the right one. I'm trying to tag her in a post. She's thick, by the way. That's a thick woman. That's probably why Tasha K upset, because she ain't that thick like her. That's probably why. That's probably why, because Tasha K probably ain't with no Tasha K thick herself. Tasha K, she thick. I would say she thick herself, but Tasha K is thick. Why I'm talking about she thick? She a whole married woman. Let me stop calling that married woman thick. But her husband come after me. Give me a second. Why can I tag her? We can't tag her. Oh, okay. Okay, I got it now. Let me do this. I want to tag her. Because, I don't want her husband. Because, her husband. I want her husband in my inbox. Okay. I add her to my story another time. I can't do it, child. All right. But she's beautiful. Woo, she thick. All right. She could be my nurse anytime. She could check my blood pressure anytime. She could check my blood glucose anytime. All right? Yeah. She. I'm just looking at her pictures. Like, if Future hit that, he ain't going to be disappointed at all. She got a rack. Oh, my God, she beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. All right, you love a good intel. Yes, so let me go. But we did send her those voice notes. I will open up the phone lines. Let me see if I can open the phone line. We get a couple of callers because some of y'all couldn't hardly hear. So let me see if I can open up the phone lines and see if the speaker be better. Because my producer said the speaker wasn't sounding right. So we could probably got to upgrade and get an HD speaker. All right. Can y'all hear? Is the sound good? Or to make sure if we want to get some people, because last time we did a live after this, we had a couple people that was drunk on some wine because people watch her show, they drink wine, the chocolate wine and all that stuff. So I got to be real nice to Tasha because I'm trying to get into the basement when she do her podcast. So I can't be too mean about Tasha. I'm trying to be nice. I want to get in that basement, do that podcast, and drink some of that chocolate wine, chocolate cherry wine that she has. So I want to be able to drink that. So give me a second. Let me see if I can open up the phone lines real quickly. And we're going to bring this show to a close. Child, I am so hungry. I done cooked all my chicken in the air fryer. So I don't know what I'm going to eat tonight. I cooked all of it. And then she talked about Ali. She said that it's bad luck to be posting a picture of a baby that you don't have yet when you then you had trouble in the past having a baby. So she did bring up Ali. So I don't know if my radio going to do a 15-hour, 16-hour live to respond to Tasha. I don't know. But what I do know is she did bring up Ali. She did talk about Ali. So I don't know if a 15-hour live going to be scheduled tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe because, Megan Thee Stallion, she might go live about 16 hours about that. If Cardi B burp or if Cardi B don't burp right, she might have some exclusives on that. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud, y'all. I'm just talking out loud, not being shady. I'm just talking, All right, now I open up the phone line. If anybody want to call in, what do you think about Tasha K live today? Did you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments. If my ladies that always call in, if y'all want to call in today, call in. Because I was watching Tasha when she was on commercial break. I was watching Obama's speech, so we'll get into that tomorrow. But I just want to do that. Give me a second. Let me see. Okay, we'll have the lines open. More than a 2-day marathon. Cardi B, Bree, she have an exclusive on it. Baby Cardi B. Oh my gosh. Even Tasha K said Cardi B is broke, that she don't have no money from the label. Let me move on from my radio because her fans, they are very opinionated. And they throw a lot of shade. So but we here I love my radio, okay? Mm-hmm. For her birthday, I'm going to buy her a case of lemon pepper flat wings. I'm going to buy her a case of lemon pepper flat wings. I'm going to buy it. I don't know. Can I get the lemon pepper flat wings from Amazon? I don't know. I don't know if I can get it from Amazon, a case of lemon pepper flats. I don't know. I'll check. I'll check one of my producers. He always ordering stuff on Amazon. I'm going to see if we could just order a whole case of like lemon pepper flats. Okay, we love to see Wiley in October. Yeah, so I'm just lemon pepper flats, a whole case of it, for you and Mash really always sort. I support her. Like y'all just don't understand. I'm a comedian. Evoke emotion. Like that's it. That's it. Ain't nothing that serious, y'all. I got bipolar. Y'all don't take what I say with a grain. You will literally lose your edges trying to take what I don't. Okay, just don't. Right now, when I send her a case of lemon pepper flats, don't be mad. Okay, my cash up for $20 so she get a couple of lemon pepper. I don't know. Maybe give her a gift card to Wingstop. All right. But they take stuff so serious and they be sending stuff to her and I'm like, damn, I can't live and say nothing. I can't say nothing. But if it's gonna be one of the blows. They're gonna take a screenshot of what I said. Wiley said he's gonna send my radio a case of lemon pepper flats. Like, come on now. I don't even think you can send out a case of lemon pepper flats. Can you? Wiley, yeah, let's Chicago sis. You all sweet, full of giggles. Great tonight. Yeah, I will be in Chicago next month. Actually, I will be in the city, Chicago next month in September. So if anybody around, if we can go to a little restaurant, social distance, have your mask, everything, I would love to see you all if you are in the Chi-Town area. I will be in there in September, and I will also be back in Chicago in October. I might cancel the October one if everything goes good. I might have to go back. So we are taking donations and stuff like that. Okay, so we could be in a nice hotel. All right. I'm gonna go live. You're gonna see some of my family members. There will be some good content. Definitely, I'm gonna put on Patreon. Let Patreon have it first, and then before we do that, let me read these bios too. I would love to do your hair and give you some dreadlocks. Oh wow, I'm down for it. I would love for you to give me some dreadlocks. The Bob comes over here and goes in. I love it. They always do it. They always. Man, if I say something that what really got to me, and I sent her a voice note because I was saying that she was upset, so I said the wrong word. And the people would take what I say verbatim, but I still love her. Like, if anybody come after her or don't put respect on her as a blogger, as because she's doing it on station, the number one show. Of course, she's in the top 5. She's been like number one for like weeks. You know what I'm saying? And Cleo Wiggins, they can't even get them to number one. Her audience is much stronger. So we give her credit. We give her credit. She definitely. If anybody should get a show on Apple, it should be Millie from My Radio because she got the voice for it. And I think she would do a great show on it. And they don't send this to Millie; they send all the other stuff. But I think if anybody should get a show on Apple, it should be Millie. If I had to pick somebody, I think Millie would do it. Somebody mentioned Candace. I mean, Candace would be all right. She would need like a hype co-host because Candace, she not like hype. You know what I'm saying? She would need somebody like a hype man. I think Candace and Amal Wiggins would be great having a radio show. Maybe an after night segment, reading the future and all that, and flip some cards. Call me now, call in. Tell me about your future. Dial number 1-800 Cleo Wiggins. That could be great. I could see Tasha K with her own radio show. I could see myself with my own radio show. I really could see it, but tapping into radio, the market is changing. A lot of these radio shows don't want developed talent anymore. They want you to already have a brand and a name, and they kind of look at bloggers different than that way. I don't know if Ms. Cleo Wiggins will be able to get a show because he talk about black women. He said OG is a monkey. He said black women. He called black women bees and hoes and stuff. So I don't know if he'll be able to get a show because by the time he signed a syndicated show, he gonna be canceled the day he put the ink on the contract because they're gonna be saying all the nasty stuff that he been saying. So I don't know. I don't know. And that's just my humble opinion. Definitely the show, but when he can be not censored. But he's good. But radio, you have to know how to be a radio host. You can't be on there calling black women monkeys. You can't be up on there cussing people. You can't be sloppy drunk, slurring over your words, falling out your chair, and leaving out piss stains on the chair. But you have to be the radio guy, meaning that you it's certain things that you can't say because the FCC will come after you. It's something you can't say. You got to be mainstream. I'm just saying. But you can't be on that doing the bump. Doing booger sugar. Because you see how fucking that even fucked that up for us to do shows. He got hooked for a show and started, allegedly putting stuff up his ass and nose. And that ended right then and there. So, once you in there, you got to do right because, we don't want to be in there messing up for us. Because, but I believe fucking that even messing up for a lot of LGBT talent to get radio shows. Because when he got opportunity, I guess that white sugar, that candy dust messed it all up allegedly. 0317, calling on the air.
Hey, hello, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I am great. Well, let me tell you about the radio show thing. It's two things I want to say. With my radio, one reason why she may not get things is because I noticed how, she goes really hard at certain celebrities, and most of her fans are barbed. So it's like when you want someone on the radio, do you want them catering to a certain crowd?
Okay.
No, that's probably
But my thing is
that's
this:
probably
she's
what that is.
very my radio is very
Second part is with Armand when he was talking about monkeys and stuff like that. Let's be honest. Most of the time, I'll be honest with you. Most of the time, in my childhood, in everybody's childhood, elementary school, junior high school, we have called people monkeys, giraffes, sloths, anything, whatever underneath the sun that we felt like they looked like, right? So I felt like at that moment, was it immature? Yes. But does he really have a problem with black women? Is it really a problem with black women, or is it like an orchestrated hate train in a sense? Because I feel like most of these bloggers, slash vloggers, are talking about people, are talking about black women too, and they make their opinions. And I'm like, okay, just based on your opinions, it sounds like you're talking shit about that said woman. So I'm like, okay, well, you're mad at him because he put down a woman, but you guys put down women every day, and I'm not talking about you, but I'm just saying,
I hear your
bloggers
point,
do.
but my thing is this: if you really want that, you got to be prepared. It's a lot of things you cannot say off the cuff. You would be canceled, and you'll be back on
No,
YouTube.
you can't, and that's what I'm saying. When you said off the cuff, he didn't dot all his T's or cross. I mean, he didn't cross all his T's or dot all his I's. That was the issue. I mean, he didn't have to say that, and he said it, and then it came and bit him in the ass. But can you literally say that he's overall a fucked up person? No.
Oh no, he's not.
Because
He's in a nice chocolate brother, very articulate, very talented. I can definitely hear him on the radio.
but
But I can
him on radio, you can definitely hear him on radio
I can hear
because he
that.
doesn't just cater to one crowd of people.
I
Like sometimes he
I
will
can
just
hear
have
it.
one person.
I can hear it, but that's different beats. What radio market would be it? But my suggestion, I remember I tried to get into radio and I was gonna intern, but then WGC, I was like, oh no, no, thank you. We already got students, go to school and you can become an intern. I'm like, no, I have a show. My thing with me, I did not stay consistent if I would have continued to go to those doors every day. Cause you gotta, because I was like, I clean the floors, I mop the floors. Cause I just wanted to be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Cause I love listening to WGCI. I love listening to Power 103. I love listening to
Yeah,
WVON in Chicago.
yeah, we in a
I
new age
love
right
radio.
now.
You said what now?
We're in a new age right now. So for
Absolutely.
real, to be honest with you, in a new age, and where we are at right now, people tend to listen to YouTubers more.
Absolutely. I
So
just think what comes
you
with
don't
being
even
in
have to worry about
radio,
being on the radio
Hollywood
if you
takes you
don't want to.
serious and you get deals. Like if you get a syndicated radio show deal, that's closer to getting to television. It's because you are in those spaces of owners, like the owner of iHeartRadio probably know the owner of MTV and all of that. So I just think that but Amaba has brought up a good valid point is why is they giving out these radio shows to these celebrities and not the hungry talent that's out here? But give me 1 second. Let me bring somebody else in. And I'm gonna give you a point. 2132, calling you on the air.
Hello?
Hey, go ahead. What's your thoughts?
I have 1,000 thoughts. Okay, so with Mob Radio, I like her, but she asked for $20 every 20 seconds.
Well, she's independent, ma'am.
Armand Wiggins, he has, I guess he's changed the Google chair. He doesn't sit in the Google chair anymore. He was in some kind of chair with a purple towel around him or something. He looks like Curious George, to be honest, or Little Bill. He's picking on OG. He doesn't look any better. Also, Funky Dineva, the streets were saying they were so high they was walking really fast down in the streets of them New Orleans streets for the Essence Festival. And then when Funky and Dineva and Maddie did a show, they were late because they was driving around town looking for some booger sugar.
That's
So I
all
don't know what's
allegedly.
going on there.
That's alleged.
Nobody.
That's what the promoter allegedly said. The promoter said that allegedly. We don't know that to be factual because we ain't seen no video or stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much. Allegedly, let's put that allegedly on there. But yeah, I hear what he was saying about a radio show, and I think that's very great. Why is it? Let me see if I can read his statement. Give me a second. I'm gonna read his statement because he wrote something that I think I wanted to do a whole nother live, but then people say, "Oh, you obsessed with him," and then blah 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 blah. But let me read the post. So go ahead with the obsessed stuff. I'm ready for it. But he said this a day ago. Okay, honest moment. I'm a little salty, not just because I want it to be me, but of course, I would love a radio show on Apple Music. However, it's no shade against the people with shows, but it's like their careers. Why not give opportunities to fresh media faces that can garner an audience? Not just saying me. I'm just saying at least put some up and coming new faces on the scene so that people like me and others can stay encouraged to keep working towards a goal. It just seems like every fallen musician goes into media. Kind of feel like a slap in the face because some of us unknown works very hard and have to compete with celebrities that are supposed to be making music, not interviewing each other. Okay, I'm done. And I hear his point. But if I read Charlemagne the God book, and I've read it, and I highly suggest Mr. Wiggins read the book. What he should have did was intern at some radio stations in California and built his way up to where he at today. Still do your YouTube, but yet I don't care if you was vacuuming, throwing out the trash, getting the host some coffee, and stay consistent. Because if that's what you really love, then go to them spaces. Before this pandemic is going to be difficult now because everybody is working. Everybody is working remotely. But if that's what you really want to do, you had to go to the radio station. I remember when I used to go to WGC, I just wasn't consistent, right? But you had to be very consistent and go to those stations to get your name. Some of these artists that we fans of, before we knew who they was, let's get into Ludacris. He got his big fame. He used to be a radio DJ, and then he transitioned into being a rapper. That helped to become a rapper. But Charlemagne, he went to a radio station. He interned there, did what he did there, did some work there, just work. But when you go and intern from just reading from my brother Charlemagne the God and Black Privilege, don't go in there and try to run to the mic. If it's sweep flow, just be appreciative to soak up the knowledge for being in the room, being in the building, being in those spaces, and work your butt off and opportunities will come. I've read in Power 105 that some folks used to intern from Charlemagne for the Breakfast Club. They went on to work for MTV. Some went on to work for DJ Envy podcast. So, you have to get into those spaces and really work hard and really utilize, and this is my advice, and utilize your way. You have to work for it. They're not just going to up and give it to you because everybody that's on here worked for that celebrity. Snoop Dogg worked for it. Sierra worked for it. Who was this? Who was that? Young and May, they worked for it. They worked their ass off to be an artist. They wasn't just giving a show. They built the infrastructure. They built the fan base. So what I highly suggest for me, for the mom, for anybody else, is to tell your fans to at Apple Music, to tell your fans to, if you want something with Apple, on Apple, get an Apple Podcast and usher your fans to subscribe to your podcast, to give 5 thumbs up, to make sure it trends on there. And so when you go and have meetings with Apple and say, "Oh, hello, Apple, we should get a show because listen, I got the top 10 podcasts," because that's a whole nother ball game. And you have to utilize your engine, not so much putting the work into Station. Station is great. That's great too. But if you're in there, but being on Apple, because that's that arena, that's how you get the business meeting. If you got the number one podcast in the world, then they will take notice and say, okay, we need to have a, we need to have a meeting with you. So you have to build your infrastructure and tell your people to download that podcast, and that's how you will get some recognition from those other power players, from iHeart, et cetera, et cetera. That's how Roland Martin was able to get an iHeart radio deal when they are promoting and pushing out his podcast. He signed a deal with iHeart. He owned the content, but him having a good show, he put it out there. So you got to put the boots on the ground. That's just my humble opinion. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Riley.
Hey.
Okay, so I want to talk about Tasha K trying to come for DayTime for her story about R. Kelly. I don't know if you've been following anything as it relates to the whole R. Kelly stuff. There's a lot of information that's out there. I know a lot of people think that R. Kelly is guilty. There's a lot of information that's out there to support R. Kelly's innocence. That people, if you're not following like the R. Kelly bloggers page, the people that is finding this information and putting this information out there, you would not know, and yet you would still probably feel like as if he's guilty. Tasha K is in the pockets of Angelo Perry, which is why she's on everybody's neck that does anything in a positive light or has any affiliations with anything as it correlates to R. Kelly. So, I don't know if it's okay, but there is a rally in Chicago tomorrow from the 20th to the 22nd. For those who are in support of R. Kelly, there is an R. Kelly rally in Chicago. There's also going to be another rally in Chicago in New York on September 28th. There's going to be a billboard that's going to be posted. If you have an opportunity, you can go to As Is Entertainment. He puts out some information on his Instagram regarding Azriel, Angelo, the dad, the whole setup of the whole R. Kelly, because he's the one that filmed that documentary where Azriel stated that she ate boo-boo. He put out a lot of information, pretty much showing like the whole setup of like how Azriel wanted her daddy to pay $2,000 for her to sit at a table so that she can try and get close to Drake, about the Patreon, how she set the Patreon up, and was saying that it was Joyce. There is a lot of information that's out there that people do not know. So I just want to say that, like, Tasha K needs to just mind the business that pays her, and let the people that support our
I think that Tasha K was upset with Daytime Tea Times because Daytime Tea Time was getting some exclusive information that Tasha K was not getting. And Tasha K, even with the whole Nick at Night situation, Tasha K doesn't like it when other people have information about R. Kelly and she's not privy towards it, or she's not putting it out there first. I don't think she likes other folks giving her information.
I disagree with you. Tasha K don't like when people put out the whole truth in regards to the R. Kelly saga, because Tasha K only puts out one-sided truth. Her issue with Meek was Meek saying that Azriel had been in contact with her family long before her and Joy got in that fight in January of this year. That's Tasha K issue, because Meek had broke that story because and Azriel's father has this friend named Grown Man, and he has a YouTube channel called Little Grown Boy. Before he had threatened Meek at Night family, he came on. Initially, he was on IG Live with a mask on, back in 2019. He came on the scene like with a mask on and stuff like that. And he had threatened Nika Knight's family, her mom, her daughter. He had posted pictures, pretty much harassing anybody that painted these so-called victims or put out the truth regarding them or put out the truth regarding Azriel. He attacked them, and Nika Knight was one of the persons that was subject to his attack. And that's when she said that she was going to file a police report on him, and that if he puts her information out there again, she's going to have him arrested. See, Tasha K knows everything and all the mess that's going on, but she only wants to push out one side. She wants to push out that R. Kelly is guilty, but she's not pushing out the full spectrum of the story about the whole setup and how she's in bed with Angelo and everything like that. She's only pushing out one side. That's why she has an issue with Nika Knight. That's why she has an issue with DayTime, Tea Time. If you look at their story versus Tasha K's story is one-sided as it relates to R. Kelly. Even though she's supposed to have the exclusive because she's directly in contact with all of the family members.
Okay, well, my thing is this. It's a very complex. My thing, and I've said it with previous lives, we want this to go to trial because it have been put out there on social media, in the media. He had been tried publicly. If they ate some boo-boo, I wanted to see it produced in the courtroom. Do we have the pictures or the video of them eating the boo-boo sandwich? I don't know. But I want this to be on camera in a court proceeding and not just on a YouTube channel. Because this has been broadcast on social media ever since that documentary came out. They're just putting it out in the media. So I'm ready for this to go to trial.
Did you see the full 4-part documentary?
I did. I watched the documentary. It was a very compelling documentary. It was greatly produced. It was great for entertainment, but that's not. I still want to see this man go through the proceeding in court because he's still innocent until proven guilty.
Right. But see, that documentary, when Shabazz did that documentary, it shows a whole other side. Because you've seen how Azriel was combative with her father and said, don't act like you haven't been in contact with me. I call you when I want to. I see you when I want to. You didn't see how she was so combative with her dad, like she has control over him. And the same thing, like what the mom said, is that if we didn't take her to R. Kelly concert, she was going to lash out on us, like as if she had control over the parents. There's a lot of stuff.
So you don't believe you are on the side that R. Kelly is innocent?
Yes, I'm on the side. Here's the thing. I don't believe that anytime somebody comes out, the person is automatically guilty. I feel like we have to be there for our Black men just as well as we're there for our Black sisters. Okay, I don't feel like anytime somebody comes out, a person is automatically guilty just because somebody said that this person did this to them. You have to show evidence and you have to show proof. But here's the reason why I feel like R. Kelly is innocent. The reason why I feel like R. Kelly is innocent, there has been recordings of Azriel's father, Angelo Clary, stating that only thing he wanted for R. Kelly to do is make a song with his daughter. If R. Kelly would have made a song with his daughter, none of this would have ever happened. He didn't care about anything with R. Kelly and his daughter. There is also another recording that just came out. If you notice that indictment that had like 3 or 5 people that was listed in there, one of those persons is called Dr. Rice. He's also on YouTube. He has a video recording of Azriel calling, trying to solicit money from him, trying to ask him how much would it be for me to just go away and shut up, trying to solicit money from him. And he said, well, I'm not a representative of R. Kelly. I'm not a representative of Rob. I can help you if you want to do books and stuff like that. But she had a wire on, which is why his name is also listed on this indictment. There's a lot of things, and the whole trail leads to money. Everything leads to money. And if you go to As Is Entertainment on Instagram and you see he shows video clips, individual video clips of never seen before footage of Adrielle and her father, of how her father has her in the studio and how her father is telling her to say suck this and be this and eat on this and all this. Her father is helping her with her lyrics. And he said, I've never seen a father coach a daughter on how to say such explicit lyrics in doing music and stuff like that. And he was even talking about how telling their relationship was, and even, you know, how she dresses in front of her father, because he spent a lot of time with them when he was preparing and doing this documentary, as well as he got things that he hasn't even put out there yet. So there's a lot of telling information. But if you are not following the R. Kelly story, then you would not know if you're not following it in depth. If you're only going based on what's put out there from the white publications, from the media aspect, and you're not really in tune with, you know.
Okay. I want to say this because you shift the conversation, but call in if you think R. Kelly is innocent or guilty. Call in and express how you feel. Let's take a poll. Press 1 if you think R. Kelly is innocent. Drop a wine glass if you think R. Kelly is guilty. Press 1 if you think R. Kelly is innocent. Drop a wine glass if you think R. Kelly is guilty. Press 1 if you think R. Kelly is innocent. Drop a wine glass if you think R. Kelly is guilty. I want to see in the poll of how we're going to see right there. Press 1 if you think R. Kelly is innocent. Press drop a wine glass if you think he is guilty. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. We got a couple of wine glasses in the chat. Couple of wine glasses in the chat. We got some ones. Wine glass. We got a 1. Wine glass 1. Is it not cooperating or is that false news? Wow. Okay. It's a very, you know, whoever you ask, you know, they, I would say this, they have an opinion.
Yeah, and then, I mean, that's fine. Like, I'm not here to deter anybody's opinion. What I'm just stating is for people to just do a little bit more research. There's a lot of information that's out there for you to see. Like I said, As Is Entertainment just released clips that was not seen, that shows you how Adrielle set up that Patreon when in Joy name, when she stated that she didn't, and her father and him was at the table eating. He has that video clip. He has a few video clips that he just recently dropped on his Instagram channel in regards to that, as well as there's another video, like I said, with Dr. Rice, where Adrielle is, you know, pretty much trying to solicit money from him, you know, stating, oh, if you give me $300,000, or how much money you want to give me, $500,000, did Rob authorize this, you know, or whatever, trying to entrap him and set him up to make it seem like, you know, R. Kelly is sending these people, you know, after her to make her settle or something of that nature. There's a lot of information out there. And like I said, I know people have their doubts because they feel like, okay, these girls were underage, but in actuality, Adrielle was 17 going on 18. She was 3 months away from turning 18. In Chicago, she was legal. She was not underage, and she spent 4.5 years with him. Jerronda Pace had a fake ID, went to court for 2.5 weeks while he was on trial, and her ID stated that she was 18. So if she fooled the court, then why do people think that she can't fool R. Kelly? I think it should be illegal for people to be lying about their age, because Adrielle even stated on Gayle King that her parents told her to lie and said she was 18 when she met R. Kelly. And her parents is the one that took her to the R. Kelly concert.
All right. Well so you're on the side of free R. Kelly. That's on the side of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Free R. Kelly. That's what I want to say.
All right.
Thank you so much, Wiley.
Thank you for calling in. All right. You know, people having their opinion, and she called in and she said free him. I say this. I'm ready for the trial. I'm ready for the trial. I'm ready for the trial. You see how y'all engaging in conversation? I'm ready for the trial. Many people on my Facebook family, Michelle said, bye, girl. I see my Facebook people out there. I see y'all in the chat. We streaming on Facebook and we streaming on YouTube. Wow. All right. Okay. OMG.
That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. It's the Wiley Show.
That y'all dragging the caller. I don't know when is the trial, but I want that trial to be public so we can see what is going on. All right. Listen. Thank you all for calling in. I want to give a special shout out to that caller. Shout out to the callers that call in. Hopefully one day we get a lot more callers. I know a lot of people are afraid to call into the Wiley Show because they don't want to get blocked from these other channels. But that's fine. We're going to get some new people that's going to call in. Thank you. So I'm currently reading Donald Trump, niece wrote a book. Reading that. She dropping some tea. I'm reading Sean King book, and both of those books got me in all type of way. And I'm also reading Charlamagne the God book, Shook One. So all three of them books I'm reading, and when I tell you it's good, and I finished reading this book as well. I went to Barnes and Noble and spent $70 on books. I love reading. Like I would say reading. I love to read a book. It don't take me long reading. Today I would have been done with all them books, but I had to get some sleep because I was doing some stuff. Get some sleep. But all right, we'll see y'all tomorrow, and we'll break down the DNC and talk about all that later on. We'll do that tomorrow because we over our time. Thank you so much, Tasha K. Congratulations on your new house. All right, okay. I might have to send you some chocolate chip wine so you can drink on. So I want to give a special shout out to all the winos that came over and view us. If this is your first time, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And we almost really close of reaching 10,300. We almost there. We trying to get to I'm sorry. We at what how many subscribers we at? We over 10,000. Okay, yeah, we try to get to 12,000. Okay, all right. So subscribe. This is your first time over here. We talk about celebrity gossip all the time, and we this is what we do, and we talk about politics as well, and we also talk about we talk about the beef sector as well. So yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to our Patreon, and we get some exclusive stuff on there. We got some content coming next week, so I missed this last week, but next week we'll do a live. All right, but just keep on there, Patreon people, because I be right on Patreon. I might go live over there, and you might not even know it. And if I'm live, you always see it before anybody else on that. So go live over there. All right, let me go. Let me watch some stuff in the beef sector. I might get some material for Patreon. Let me see what they talking about over there. All right, peace. Oh, yes, I'm done.